morning.
What do you think of the notion of associate membership of the EU? Is there any validity to it?
Yes, I'm afraid I do. I live in France and I work in France, and I'm afraid that we're not all very rich people living in the Dordogne. I work 7 days a week, and, you know, to the idea that I may suddenly find one morning that I can't run my business and that I am actually no longer able to live here, perhaps, it's a very frightening concept. I was born a member of the EU. I voted to remain. I'm quite open about that. We lost. But I do think we need to seriously look at the lives that will be impacted, both in the continent and in Britain.
What about Gary's point, though? Gary's point that it's always easy, you don't have to worry about it, don't worry, everybody, it's not going to be a problem.
I know the French bureaucracy. They're very heavy on paperwork. You'd be surprised at how many things get lost. Even the simplest of items can turn into a complete and utter debacle unless you have got a translator with you and you are very dedicated. The idea of just being able to fill in some form and it'll all be all hunky-dory, no.
What I don't understand hang on a sec, Catherine.
I mean, I'm not sure if you...
Catherine, if you'd wanted to go and work in America, you wouldn't have been able to go without a green card, not to work there. And we all accept that,
work
don't we?
visa initially, the green card follows.
We accept that. We accept that. So that's the way it is. And yet...
but we've got a system here, Larry, where she's already in France, but we've got someone already there.
In recent times, she's had a very... The transition has been easy, and that's been very nice for her. But actually, the vote was not about her life in France. Hang on a second, Catherine. The vote... You live in France, and you're running a business, and I'm sure you're doing a great job, and you work hard and all that, but this is about the country, this country, the UK, and what it's like for people living here. And the vote has to be more...
It's not just about that,
but it has to be
It's about UK citizens, which Katherine is one.
But it's about the future of the UK.
And UK citizens.
And Katherine has had a very nice opportunity to work in
Larry,
another country.
let's hear a bit more from Katherine. You are a UK citizen still, Katherine.
Yes, I am.
Right, so it is very relevant to you.
I voted. I was capable of voting, and I voted. And I'm perfectly fine with the vote that happened. That is democracy.
Yeah.
And nor am I saying anything about that.
Right.
OK? So you can stop shouting at me about, you know, somehow I'm still sort of banging on about remaining. I am not. What I am saying quite clearly is that we need to look at how we can make sure that businesses that are operating in all countries, both the EU and we are still part of the EU, the United Kingdom, but when we actually leave, that not everything vanishes, that there is some system in place so that things continue to move smoothly.
Can I ask you what you would be prepared to pay for associate membership of the EU?
To be honest, I mean, how can you put a figure? I mean, seriously, I don't know.
If it was, I mean,
that question.
The dual citizenship passport, it's 1,100 quid, but obviously that's a one-off payment for your 10-year passport.
Fine.
So, I mean, maybe you'd be looking at £100 a year, something like that?
That would be fine.
Catherine.
It would, seriously. And I'm sure people that are working in the United Kingdom that wish to continue to remain and work in the United Kingdom and put in their taxes and all of their hard work would also be willing to pay.
OK, Catherine, hold yours. This is Reiki.
Catherine, are you getting any sense from the French that you wouldn't be able to stay?
Well, I mean, I have French and I have English clients. And my French clients, they really don't know what is happening. They've got elections coming up themselves, which worry them.
Yeah.
But they really don't know what's going to happen. I mean, I've had a few French clients ask me if in a short time they'll have to find a new dog groomer, because they're under the impression that once Article 50 is triggered, we'll pretty much be rounded up and sent home. And I've sort of semi-reassured them that I don't think that's going to happen. I'm sure that our governments are sensible enough and are able to find a way forward so that businesses and people can still continue to operate.
OK, Catherine, I'll have to leave it there because we're against the goal. Absolutely fascinating listening to you. And it's really interesting to hear that actually just a sort of conceptual phone-in like this, I mean, it's come from an MEP, but it would really hold water with someone like yourself. Fascinating, thank you. Do feel free to comment and give us a thumbs up if you feel inclined. For more clips from the show and exclusive behind-the-scenes videos, click here. If you're new to the channel, click the subscribe button here to be automatically informed when new videos are available. Links to our other social media platforms can be found in the description. Thanks for watching.